Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike and this is my 2005 Mercedes E55 AMG. In this video, I'm going to be going to an upcoming show this weekend. This show will be, it's called Oktoberfest, sponsored by House of Euros in Tempe, Arizona. And in preparation for the show, I'm going to do a few things on the car real quick before I take off. It is currently Wednesday, the show is Sunday. If you notice, the car is filthy dirty. I just pulled it out of storage. So it is October 1st today. And in Arizona, with the heat, we normally put away our cars in the summer, at least I do, and then bring them out for show season in the fall. So on this video, again, I'll do a couple of quick things to the car, just show you the preparation, and then we'll have some footage of the show as well. If you're following the channel for Car Misa, there will be another video coming out likely this weekend as well. All right, let's get started. All right, there was quite a bit of content related to the car repair, especially the alternator. To see the car meet footage, that starts at around 12.5 minutes. By the way, I'm going to be doing a bunch of content on this car, including a full walkthrough of all of the upgrades and things that I've done in the car, including how I did all of this paint work under the hood. One of the things I noticed when I put the car away last year is I was getting a check coolant error, and that was despite the fact that my coolant is exactly at the correct level. On these cars, you want the coolant to be right up to that plastic ridge right there. So I've determined, I'm guessing it is a bad level sensor for the coolant. If you're not aware, that's going to be right underneath the reservoir. I can't even see it, I'll just show you. And there is a wire that goes to it, and you turn this clockwise 90 degrees and the sensor comes right out. So I'll unplug this, put the new sensor in, and hopefully that fixes the problem. All right, I haven't tried that. We'll see if that works here in just a moment. The other thing I need to do is replace the battery. Batteries here in Arizona, because of the heat, do not last long at all. When I put the car in storage, I've got a storage unit. I'll pull the front and rear battery out and leave them on a trickle charger, not sitting on concrete, but even with that, they last 2-3 years tops. Here's a little tip if you're not aware. If your battery goes dead and you need to get into the trunk of the car, there is, on these W211s, there's a key slot right here, and you simply take the key, the actual metal part out of the key, just by opening this up, and then that gives you the key that you can then put in there, turn it, and then you're able to manually open up the trunk. Also, I'll grab the battery and I'll show you something cool I do with that as well. All right, for the battery, I'm going to try something new here. I normally go to AutoZone and buy their batteries because of the warranty, and you can just walk in, give them your phone number, and exchange the battery if it goes bad. I have a bunch of vehicles. I also have the C32 AMG over there and some other stuff. So keeping the battery straight is kind of a pain when I go back into the store. So this time I went to Walmart and bought this battery. It has better ratings than like reviews than the AutoZone battery. It comes with a 4-year full replacement, and it was $179 versus $229 for the 3-year battery at AutoZone. Additionally, I take the receipt and I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag and put it underneath the battery in the car. That way, if the battery goes, or when the battery goes, I've got the receipt handy and I can just bring that with me into Walmart. Okay, new battery is installed. One other cool little pro tip, maybe some of you are already doing this. I create Google Sheets for every one of my vehicles. And in the Google Sheet, I've got all of the services that I've done, what was completed, what the date was, and the mileage. Even things like where I purchased the part from. This way, I've got a nice running total of all the repairs. There's everything in the E55. And this way also I can check from different devices, right? I can pull my phone out and check it. I don't have to have a list that's in front of me. So kind of helpful there. Even our granddaughter's got an AMG. All right, it's a few days later and so far nothing is fixed. I got my butt kicked here. I put the new coolant level sensor in, I put the new battery in, drove the car. Immediately the coolant level sensor light came back on, and after driving the car for about 10 miles, I got all of the low voltage indication on the dashboard, and ultimately the lower the voltage gets on these cars, the more lights will come on. You'll get SRS and ABS, and the thing just, it's a Christmas tree lighting up. So here's what I've done. That was on Wednesday that I did the test. It is now Saturday. So on Thursday, I ordered from FCP Euro, which is only about 10 minutes away from me, thank God, in the West Coast, a new alternator, which includes a voltage regulator, and also the correct OEM part for the level sensor. So, little pro tip here. This is the one I ordered off of Amazon. I've used this part before, this Euro brain, and it's been great stuff. This does not work. This is the OEM part number, which I was able to get from FCP. You can also pick this up at the dealership as well. Now, with regard to the voltage, I tested the voltage with the car running and the car off, and there's no difference, which is a pretty good indication that either the voltage regulator, which is built in here, is bad, or the alternator itself is bad. My buddy Colt, who is a ninja with these cars, he's had several E55s. He ran through probably 4 or 5 bad alternators, Bosch alternators, which is what this is, OEM, on one of his cars. So it's a known issue, and the voltage regulator is a known issue as well. If you get a burning smell, which is pretty common. I had a burning smell on mine a couple of years ago and replaced the alternator with one from FCP. So this one's going to be a free warranty exchange. If you get the burning smell, that's an indication that the internals of the alternator are going bad, and it's likely not the voltage regulator. So at this point, what I'm going to do is pull the voltage regulator off of this. This is the new alternator. I'm going to try to swap that and see if that fixes the problem. If that fixes the problem, great. If not, I'll be putting in this new alternator. Okay, if you go to do this job, just be careful of the screws. Every one of these screws and even the nuts are different. These two are the same. They came off this post. This post has a slightly different nut on it. So just be cognizant of those to keep them straight. This is the actual voltage regulator. There are 3 screws that hold this on. Sorry, right there. Once you get the cover off, which is held in place with 1 screw and the 2 or 3 nuts total, this will come off. These pins right here are your brushes. Those are spring loaded, and they're riding up against the shaft inside of there. These often wear out, and again, you can replace this piece. It's a heck of a lot easier job. I haven't done it yet. We should be able to do this pretty easily without pulling the alternator off. So fingers crossed this will fix my problem. If not, again, I've got a new alternator here to do the job. Okay, I'm not feeling that lucky. So I've put this back together. I'm just gonna replace the whole alternator. I realize this video is kind of just a hodgepodge of stuff. It's going all over the place. My main intent was to cover a couple of quick things I was gonna do for repairs on the car, 4 or 5 minutes of content, and then mainly be the show content. We'll still get to the show here shortly, but I will take care of the alternator. I am not going to do a video for the alternator installation. If you're interested in that process, check out AMG Meister on YouTube. He's got a video. I'm actually going to watch that video because it's excellent to be able to do the alternator replacement. So I'll go ahead and get that done. We'll test the voltage, and I'll meet you back here in just a bit. One other quick pro tip. If you're going to be jacking up your car and you've got the factory air ride and it's lowered, you're probably aware of this, but hit the raise button on the center console to lift the car up, which will allow you to get the jack underneath the car without scraping the front bumper. All right, I decided anything I find that's not illustrated on that dude's video, I will specify. There are these 6 screws. There's 3 here, 3 on the other side. All of those are the same length. There's a 10 mil here, which is shorter than those other ones. So be careful of that. And then these are the 2 T35s. There's also a clip here that you need to remove, and then one here where your, let's see, where is that? Where that piece goes. To get those out, let me show you the way that those work. This is the one that goes into the, actually goes down into the radiator. You just pull that out. It's not threaded or anything like that. Well, it kind of is, I guess, but you can just pull that out. This is what those other pins, push clips, look like that hold that piece down. So I use like a panel popper like this, put it in between right here, like that, and then you're able to extend that, which removes that. Otherwise, you'll break those if you're not careful. A couple of other things he did not specify. A great video, and the guy is super knowledgeable, but again, I think I go into a little bit more detail. When you go to drain the radiator, I put a piece of tubing on like he did onto the little nipple that's on the radiator. I use 7/16 tubing. This, by the way, is what the drain plug looks like as well. You'll see this, it's gonna be, when it's closed, it's gonna be vertical and it's up under the driver's side. And you basically turn it counterclockwise and then pull it out and the fluid will drain. When you pull it out, if you just turn it a quarter turn, it'll come out of the tube, but it's gonna be super slow. It'll take forever. if you pull this out, it'll come out from the hole where this goes in, plus the hole where the little tube is. Also, if you open your coolant tank, that will help the flow, but just be careful, because I learned the hard way, and again, I like to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. It was draining slow. I said, all right, there's probably a vacuum. Let me open up the coolant reservoir, and then it just came gushing out all over the floor, so I had to clean it up. So again, hopefully that's a helpful tip. Another one here, these two little plastic things in the center are clips to hold the hood cable in place. Don't remove those. All you need to do is, once you've got this piece loose, you'll see where the cable is just tucked in there underneath those, and you just unclip them. So those don't come out. And then those are those pads where those male things go into the radiator. All right, another little pro tip here. I left my belts on. I'm going to remove the belts now that I've got the fan out. Also, it is a 17 mil, but if you notice, I forget the number of teeth, right? The one with the less number of teeth will not fit. You need the one with the more number of teeth on a 17, and it'll fit. Mine happens to be a real deep socket, so I didn't have room with the fan in place. Also, one thing the other guy doesn't mention, when you go to pull the fan out, there are a couple of the furthest points on the fan. They're kind of like ears that stick out. You can't get this side ear past this plastic. You've got to do it over here, and just be really careful of the holes. Once you get that out, that other side will come out as well. Okay, it's suggested to put a piece of cardboard up against the radiator. I think that's a great idea. I use this stuff, it's called Ready Board. I get it from the dollar store for $1.25 a sheet. Okay, to remove the large coolant hose here, there is this clip. And basically what you do, you see there's a little groove there where I've got my pick tool. You pull up on this, and that will release it, and then unplug that hose. One other tip, I would definitely, on this auxiliary pump, I would just remove the hose. It's way easier, otherwise you're fighting it to get the alternator out. And there we go, alternator is removed. Okay, alternator out. That took about 1 hour and 20 minutes, including filming. In order to make the alternator easier to reinstall, the new one, this is the old one, apply a little bit of grease on both sides of these ears, and it slips right in. You don't have to pound it in. Here's a really good tip. When you put the fan back in, and you go to put in, I can't even see them down there, but these two lines kind of lock into the fan, and then there's another lock for a hard line that goes underneath there. Do that first before you replace the screw that goes down underneath the fan on this side. All right, everything is fixed. The light is off for the coolant level. The voltage is good. I even replaced the serpentine belt because that was looking a little frayed, and I got a new one from Amazon right away. So I also washed the car, gave it a quick detail last night. I'm on my way to the show now, actually to meet up with some buddies. And then we're going to do kind of a final detail on our cars, and we'll roll into the show. So let's get going. All right, we are at the show. There are some really cool cars here. These I think might be some customer cars, but here are some of the vehicles. And I'm going to do some interviews with some of these people to find out more about their cars. This red E55 is my buddy Colt's. Pretty awesome car. That looks familiar. Some cornhole going on. Like Lamali representing. This BMW.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Another nice E55. My buddy Tommy's SLK with an M113K. My buddy Randy's SL55, absolutely immaculate. P30 package. My buddy Josh's Evo over there. Looks like we've got more cars parked out on the street, quite a few more. All right, that's kind of an overview, and then we'll go ahead and get some interviews going here in just a bit. All right, here's my buddy Randy with his SL55. Randy, what can you tell us about the car?
Well, it's an SL55, but a very special one. It is one of 45 of the SL55s that were shipped from the factory to select dealerships in 2006. So it's a 1 of 45. But after that program was up, customers could actually order that package. So there's more than 45 now. But in 2006, when they were new, there was only 45 in the country. Mercedes even had a badge inside the dash, and also one here.
Very cool. Very cool. And it is absolutely immaculate and gorgeous and customized. A lot of Rentec
Stuff.
and a lot of mods.
A lot of mods, but from the factory, it already has a lot of mods. Being a P30, it has the.
Excuse me, gentlemen, I need to get a picture of this guy.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, you were doing this.
Oh, we're totally good. It's all good. Let's roll with it.
It has a F1 safety car front bumper. So
Love
that
it.
It has vents on both sides. Vents on the left is for an extra engine oil cooler that holds 2 quarts.
Awesome.
The other side is for the transmission, and that holds 1 quart. And basically, Mercedes built this car because there were a bunch of journalists when it came out.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. No, you're good.
A bunch of journalists called the car a fat pig, and that it was not a sports car. So some of the Mercedes engineers said, well, if you want a track version, we can build one. And they did. So it's a $14,000 option. It comes with bigger brakes. Top speed is 186 instead of 155. It has what they call a Nürburgring tune on it. So the suspension is about 30% stiffer than a normal SL65, or 55, sorry. And special interior, mostly Alcantara to save weight. And it also has 120 weight reduction because they believe in a lot of features.
Interesting. I didn't know that. And an awesome sound system.
Yeah,
Got a really
custom Alpine.
Yep. Some audio in the back there. All right. Anything else?
Oh, that's pretty much it.
And it is. I know Randy well, and this thing.
Yeah, it does have 164,000 miles as of this week.
And daily driven.
Daily driven.
Daily driven.
And no
This thing-
major issues have happened because I take care of it.
Yeah.
So,
I know a lot of people in this community, and I can tell you that Randy is probably the most picky, beyond me, in terms of maintenance, proper care of his vehicle. Just did the headlight covers, and this thing is absolutely amazing. Yeah, I love that.
This is a hidden secret. It's a tip for all of you guys that have a hydraulic suspension, ABC system. Get this magnetic filter. It will save the system. It collects all the magnetic particles that come from the shocks after 10,000 miles or so. They get past the stock filter.
Okay.
And that clogs the system up, and that's why these things blow up. But if you get a magnetic filter, that eliminates that problem.
Yep, and that's on the hydraulic system.
Yeah,
It's
anything
not-
with ABC.
Yep,
Everybody
ABC. That's
can
what I was
do it.
looking for. All right, awesome. Well, thanks again, Randy. We
You're welcome.
appreciate it. All right, here we've got a super clean E55. What's your name? What can you tell us about the car?
My name is Jake, and this is my 2006 E55 AMG. Pretty much original. Aesthetically, aesthetically, a few different changes. Wheels, some paint on the mirrors.
Like it. I didn't notice that before. Pano roof.
Pano roof.
Yeah, nice.
E63 front end conversion.
Love it. What lip is that? People are gonna ask that.
If I'm not, it's not the Godspeed. It was done by Ben's Works in LA.
Okay.
But it is the other, whatever Souvenirs other offering is.
Got
It's
it.
not the Godspeed, it's the other one.
Got it.
Godspeed is a little bit more rounded.
Yeah.
And I wanted it more angled with a point to
like it.
match the
Yeah, that's
center.
aggressive.
Yeah. And then motor-wise, 77 fixed pulley.
Wow.
550 injectors, Race IQ tuned, full long tube headers, no primary, no secondary, just stock mufflers in the back. Built transmission, triple disc torque converter.
Do you bring it to the track at all? Have you done that?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
Or dyno?
I have dynoed it north of 500 to the rear wheels.
Nice. Awesome.
It's a Race IQ Stage 3.
Okay.
So it's at valve body work. The tops have been redone.
Okay.
Interior wise, all completely stock.
Love that wheel. I'm going to go to the other side and get some footage of that wheel. We were talking about this earlier. It's got a carbon fiber diffuser. Love the plate. Awesome. Let's take a look at this wheel too. This is beautiful. Let's get some footage of that. So it's an E63 wheel, flat bottom, And I'm not sure what paddle shifters those are.
And
But
aftermarket metal paddles, they're not plastic. Again, that was another tasteful modification done by the previous owner.
got it.
But it is plug and play.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, great car. Thanks for the time, and certainly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, we're deep into the show now, and there's cars all over the place. This place isn't big enough to hold all the cars, so they go all the way up the road. All kinds of cool stuff. Looking at the main area, they got brats here today. I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna grab a brat. Cool plate on the GTS. We'll go take a look at Josh's car. He is, I don't know if he works for Liqui or sponsored by, but his car is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful wrap he just had done. This thing is immaculate. Very nice car. Even the roof is wrapped. Decker livery. Going. Right-hand drive BMW. Very clean.
And it's got like the embossed trunk.
That could be aftermarket, like back when it was a separate company. Yeah. It's a very nice 190. Hammer type, or
Yeah, pretty much.
it's clean.
Oh, it's very, very clean. It even has like the corners in it.
Yeah.
Oh, the rear aren't the bolsters. This actually clean. Yeah, you can actually. This is. Yeah, this is.
Very loud exhaust. All right, this is my buddy Colt. How's it going, Colt?
Good, how's it going?
Good. This is one of his many Mercedes. This is his E55. What can you tell us about this one?
This one is a very recent build, 150 miles on the motor, fully, dart and sleeve locks, CP pistons, scroll rods, clean the cams, the works, I would say. Everything's done by me besides the sleeve install in the block, so very familiar with the work I've done to it. If something breaks, I can fix it.
That's awesome.
Exactly how you want it.
Are you still running long tubes with the C63 mufflers on this?
So for this, I do have the MVH headers.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
full, 3 or 4 stainless
Yep.
pipes, but it is factory E55 mufflers for now.
Okay.
Just because the car I pulled the stuff from, for the most part, had the mufflers on. So
That's
still have
right.
to get the C63 ones rebanded to the exhaust, but
Gotcha.
yeah, I guess if there's any other questions on it, I know there's probably a lot to talk about.
There is. I know that there's a lot. I know it's getting hot and you're looking to head out, but
good.
give a quick shout out on those wheels.
Yeah, those are just a set of 3-piece Heritage from California that built for the car back in 2019.
And this one's got a wrap, but Colt did have one of the only Mars Red E55s in the United States, which came from Canada.
Yep.
And he has since sold that car, and he's got some other ones. So I'll catch up with him at some other shows, and we'll see some of the other cars he's got. Well, thanks, Colt. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
thanks.
definitely.
Actually, we'll get a little bit more footage of Colt's car. You can see the cage in there, fire extinguisher. That's going to be mandatory at the track. Paddles. Some control material up there. And the car is phenomenal condition. The car is in great shape. Really nice.
Keep it OEM plus, you know.
Yep. Are those E63 seats?
Yeah, E63 seats, E63 steering wheel, airbag, cluster, shifter. I think that's
Love
on
it.
the 63 side, but 180,000 miles
Wow.
on the body.
Yeah, and it does not look it, guys. It's may not carry over on video, but this thing, Colt is very, very particular, keeps his stuff incredibly clean. So awesome looking car. Here's a quick view of their shop, one of the bays. All right, here we've got Jeff and Nick working on this conversion build. Lots going on here. They're actually working on the car today as we're here at the show. Pretty cool.
You know, park this car and talk to him about it, or
Yeah.
just more Benz, get the whole Benz world takeover.
Yep. Here, I'm gonna get Colt, take it off out of here. Love the plate Colt's got. Sorry, one sec. All right, little footage of my own car. No matter how hard I try, the black always shows the dirt.
Yeah, I got this car last year. It was mbmarket.com auction.
Okay.
And the story of it is that the car was special ordered by Mr. Alfred of AMG
Wow.
for his daughter's horse riding trainer.
No way.
So it was customized at the time by AMG. They didn't do any engine work.
Okay.
All the body, suspension, exhaust, all of that was done by AMG at the time.
Wow.
So I was able to buy the car in June and got delivery of it in November. So
Did it come from Europe? Was it overseas?
Europe, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an import. So
That is amazing. Beautiful car. We were questioning it earlier and wondering what the deal was with it. If somebody just put a body kit on a 190 or what the case was, but
yeah, usually you don't see it.
no.
Yeah, they have the Cosworths and whatnot.
Right. Very cool, man. Awesome car. Great find.
Exactly, the engine one. Yeah, so.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, how that's probably never been used.
So like, yeah, I definitely don't need it here. But I mean, just to see that in a Mercedes is kind of cool.
No, you're totally good. All right, we got a couple of really cool wagons here.
203 wagon, 124 wagon.
Very cool. Both with dog barriers. Note. I love it. Wow, I've never seen a 203 wagon. Wow, the lines are actually.
Noticing it, right? It's odd. You don't really
Love the. I love the.
the bubble, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, very 2000. Look, mine's way more square. I know. Like, so square.
But that's such a cool looking
See
car.
exactly what they did. Like, made it more round. It's like.
Very cool.
So the dog cage can actually.
Is there a feature there?
Nope. We're gonna have to cut the video. We're gonna have to do some editing later.
All good, all good.
But the dog
Shag
cage-
Wag 124.
Yes, sir.
Love it.
So if you look in here, don't mind that. The dog cage actually goes up to here as well. If you put the seats down.
Oh, all right. Gotcha.
Goes
So you
up to
got
right
mounts,
here.
so you could fold the seats and then extend the dog's area. That
Yep.
is so cool.
Yep.
Got the Thule rack,
Yeah.
cargo cover.
I bought that in Oakland.
Very cool.
Yeah, we just did a transmission service on this 722.6.
Okay, I was going to ask. I would assume it would still be a 7226.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
266, yeah.
Conductor play, the plug probably too, right?
Yeah, we did. It was very clean. The magnet wasn't too bad. Honestly,
That's good.
The oil wasn't that crazy, but I'm glad I did it. So.
Very cool. Awesome, guys. We'll appreciate the footage. Some better footage of Josh's car here. Really sick. There's something different. Very cool. Couldn't figure out what color to do it, so that'll work. Beautiful AMG coming through. GT. Alrighty, Even though it's the first week in October and it's starting to cool off, things are winding down with the meet. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video. So hopefully you like this. I'm going to have some more videos like this on the channel of different meets. We'll get a bunch of different cars, get some more interviews going, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have not already, please like and subscribe. Talk to you soon.